today I want to share with you some happy mail that I received, as well as the Kendra's Card Challenge sampler card kit that comes in the mail. I've never shared that, so I want to open those with you today and see what's in those. I opened one, and then I decided that I would wait and make this video to open the second one, and then the third one came today, so that means I've been waiting several months to do this video and just hadn't got around to it. Now, I will apologize for the dogs in the background. I'm trying to film this, and they are pretty hyper right now, and it's almost time for supper. We're going to whisper that so that maybe they don't get to barking at me about it. But right now they're just playing, but it is a little noisy in the background. But this was the only time that I had to sit down and create this video. So I really wanted to show you some cards that I received. And these are going back during the holidays, actually. So this has been several months coming video. It just took me a while to get around to it. But I still want to show you these cards because they're very beautiful, and I really appreciate any cards that I receive. I love handmade cards. Store-bought cards are great as well. I love receiving cards, and I just think it's sweet to get one in the mail. And so this one is from Julie Tillman. Now, she has a YouTube channel, and she is part of the Not Too Shabby design team. We're on the same design team together. And so she sent me this card back during the holidays, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. You can see all the lace on it and the little bow, and then she's torn the paper. Just the paper, actually, the way she has it torn and done, it actually looks like fabric to me. And then the little penguin there is absolutely adorable. So I wanted to show this card because it's very pretty, and I really was thrilled to receive it. So I have enjoyed it. I know I haven't got around to showing you all, but I have enjoyed seeing the card. And I went ahead and, opened my mail, but I'm going to show you these things, even though they're already open. I thought it may give you some inspiration as well. This one there's so much inspiration in it on all the layers and different things that she's done. So I will link below to her channel. Be sure to check out her channel as well. Okay, so for the next one, let's see. Let's do all the holiday ones first. Let's kind of do them in the order of the seasons. How about that? So here's one. It's a shaker card. Hopefully the camera can pick that up and it doesn't make you too motion sickness doing that. But I love shaker cards, and look how pretty. You can see all the different colors in there. And then you see Santa going down the chimney, and it says nice, naughty, and in the middle. So this one I received from Christina and Meadow from the Crafty Stamp Co. And as you know, I'm on that design team, and so it's kind of like, even though we haven't met in person, it's like we recently met online, and when she asked me to be a part of the design team, so that's really when we officially met. And so that was about the time that I joined, and so I received this card for them for Christmas, and I thought it was very pretty, very cute. I wanted you to see it. I like how the cutouts is there, and you've just got I don't know if you can see the texture on that. So there's so much inspiration in handmade cards as well. But like I said, it's just so sweet to receive one in the mail. Sending cards is kind of a dying out thing, but I really enjoy receiving them. And I've tried to get better at sending them. I'm not that great at sending them, but this year, that's been my goal, is to send out cards. So I've done good for the birthdays that I've had for family members. I've sent those cards out so far. And I've mailed a few cards out to friends. So, and I did participate in the Valentine's, I think it was called Galentine's, but it was a card swap on the Crafty Friends. Oh, I'll have to link to it below. It's a Facebook group that is from LV Handcrafted. So it's one of her Facebook groups, and so I participated in that. And so this is the card that I received for Valentine's, and I thought it was so pretty. Look at the different colors on those hearts, and then it's got the clear acetate here at the bottom. And then, like I said, this one's from Lori, and I won't do her last name because so the card swap was I don't know if you say mystery card swap, but you didn't know who you were receiving the card from until you received it. And so since I don't think she has a YouTube channel or anything, I'll just leave it with her first name just in case she doesn't want her name to be, put online. So this one is very pretty. You can see here the what do you call it? The embossing folder, the emboss. I love the little swirls embossing. and then the hearts, and then the clear acetate here. It's a very pretty card, and I was so happy to receive it. And so mine, I don't know if it's made it to the lady. Hopefully, I haven't heard back from her, but the one I had to send to Canada. And so hopefully it's there, because I sent it at the beginning of February. Okay, so then I have one last card that I received, and this one was from Bear Grub, and she is another lady that I've met online, and I'm part of her design team now, and so she had sent this with the design team package, but it's a handmade card that she's created, and I love the little angel here. I love that little idea with the lace and just the little body here with the music sheet, and then you've got the little wings and then the star. So then at the bottom there is the little tree with several different ways to say Christmas, and I think that's really fitting because she's from Switzerland, so she's from another country, so that's really fun to have that on there. So this is a really neat card, and I love the background that she did, and once again, I just love the handmade cards. So that is the cards that I wanted to show you, and hopefully I didn't miss any Happy Mail that I received. I tried to, since it's been so many months, gather it all up and put it in a little box so that I could show you today. But the box has gotten really full because then I started adding mail that I got from design teams and different things in there. So hopefully I didn't miss any, but if I did, I will try to show them in the next video. So let's go ahead and open up the sampler card kits from Kendra's Card Challenge. And these are kind of a mystery. You don't know what you're going to get each month. And even though if I show you what I got, you may get something different from what I understand. So you have to be a member of Kendra's Card Challenge Patreon group in order to, or maybe Cards by Kendra Patreon, but I can link below to the Patreon. So you have to be a part of Kendra's Patreon, and it's one of the paying subscriptions. It's called the All Access membership. And so when you're a part of that membership, then you receive these kits in the mail. So I'm on Kendra's Card Challenge design team. So I receive these in the mail each month. And so I thought it would be fun today to take a look at them and play with them. Now this is the one I received probably January, since this is these two. And I haven't opened these two. So I got another one in the mail today. So I thought it was time we should do this because I've been wanting to show these to you. So this is the one that I got in January. And there's all kinds of varieties of papers in here. So you just have the little cut up pieces that you can use on cards. And then you've got ephemera in here to add to your cards. You can see there's all kinds. And this one looks like a sewing or crafting theme. So yeah, it's a crafty theme. And so I kind of have an idea where these papers come from, but I don't want to guess. So in order to know, so like if you really love the papers and you wanted to get more, or, oh look, I forgot this one's double-sided. If you wanted to get more, then, and see if you could find them, and I don't know if they're always available, you can scan this QR code with your phone, and it will tell you what's in this kit as far as what brand these products are. So this is Cartabella paper, so that's neat. Okay, so let's set that aside. Oh, we missed in there. We didn't even see that. It's got little bitty little jewels, little glue-on dots that it's got the glue on the back of them, it looks like, that you can add to your card. So let's just look at all the kits, and then we'll play at least with one of them, if not all. We'll just have to see how much time we have. Okay, so here's the next one. This is the one I received in February. So let's see what is inside here. Okay. So let's look. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I'm pretty sure I know what this paper is. I think I have some of this paper now, but I will scan the code again just to be sure, because I don't want to be guessing and then be wrong. So you have some little ephemera pieces here and some roses. I definitely recognize this one. So then you have some black paper, and then more of the printed paper, and then you have some solids here to help make your cards. So you've got a lot here to help make cards, and then you got some sayings. Let's see, congratulations on your, and then there's engagement, and then there's two more here. It says, to our favorite couple, my best to you. And then you've got these, oops, I think I dropped some out. Yep. So you've got these itty bitty black dots, little jewels that you can glue on. And then you've got these little purple ones that you can. So I'm going to put these back in here so I don't lose them. So they match perfectly with this. we'll scan that QR code again and let's see where this is from. So it says here that this is Bitty Penny. So that's what I thought. That's the roses, Bitty Penny's paper that's roses. I recently did a video on those, on that paper pack, and I created 2 cards with it. And I'm going to have to tell you that this paper is gorgeous. And it makes, oops, I didn't mean to knock all that out. It makes making cards so easy. So I used the Kindred's Card Challenge, and I created 2 cards using the Bitty Penny paper. And look how simple it was to come together. So that's what that is. And let's see, it says it's Gilded Rose Card Making Kit Sampler. So you get Gilded Rose paper. This is from the Gilded Rose 6x8 paper pack. And then you got your glitter enamel dots. I'm not sure where those are from. There's probably just some that she had. And then it says the sentiment strips are Union of Love. And I'm not sure what that is. So when I click on the link, it took me to a Simon Says website. But then it says that the link failed. But like I said, this kit is from February, so that may have changed on the website. But that's really neat. So we may make a card with this. This paper is really easy to make cards with, so that might be the one we use today. And like I said, if we have time, we can do all 3, but I'm not sure. This video is getting longer and longer. It's taking me a while to go through them all. And so let's open the next one and see what's in it. Okay, just set that aside. So this is the one that came today that reminded me that I needed to do this video, because I had planned on doing this video last month when that came. So you know it's already been a month since the day it came, I was like, okay, I'm going to do the video. Never did it. So it's actually been a month. It's hard to believe that time flies by so fast. When you have all these plans, you just can't get around to them all. Okay, so, oh, this one's spring paper, so that's pretty. Okay, let's see what's in here. We'll just try to go through it all quickly. I do see some different glitter dots and things. We'll see what those are in a moment, and we'll scan this packaging in a moment, but let's take a look. Some Bunny Loves You. That's cute. This would be great for Easter. Cottontail Farm, Every Bunny Welcome. Then we got the little truck with the carrots. Yeah, this is, In Your Easter Best. So that's definitely Easter. Well, this paper's pretty. I think I recognize this paper too. Does that mean that I shop too much online? It's funny when you start, you recognize all these papers and things, but I'm pretty sure I know where this is from as well. And but let's oop, there's the back side. We'll take a look and scan it first, because I don't, like I said, I don't want to guess and then confuse you and it not be. So then you got some more solid. Oh, the solids have 2 different colors. Maybe all the other ones did too, and I just didn't pay attention to that. That's neat. Oh, look at those bunnies. Okay, I love little bunnies. I'm just looking too, thinking, okay, what card? I think we might use Kindred's Card Challenge to make a card. We'll just use that for these. There's all kinds of papers in here. They're very pretty. Okay, and so then we got the little dots. So this time you got large yellow dots and the small dots. And these aren't the jewels. These are just enamel dots is what I think you call them. So let's scan this QR code. Okay, so I'll have to let Kendra know that does not match. So it says it's Easter time card making kit sampler, but when it pulls it up, it's pulling up a different one. So I think that you know how computers are. I think there's been a little mix up. But so what I'm thinking, I think this might be Echo Park or Cartabella paper again, but don't hold me to that. So I will try to put it in the description below or in the comments below. I'll ask Kendra and see, because since this is not working correctly, because all of the items that she's mentioning here just don't match, because these, I click on the link to see, it takes you to the actual website, and yeah, that's not matching. So I'm not going to like tell you what it is yet, because that might mess up a mystery card kit. May give away what you're getting next month if you wanted to, if it was a, you wanted to have a mystery. So maybe we all get the same one. I'm not sure now. I'm going to have to ask Kendra a few questions like that. So I just assumed they were all different, but maybe they all come from each month from the same paper pack. But these QR codes, you make those on the computer, and somehow when it made it, I think it made hers wrong. But that's okay. She's a one-woman team doing all this, so you know what? I'm impressed with what all she gets done anyway, because I'm pretty certain she works well, I don't know if it's full or part-time, but I'm pretty certain she works a full-time job, and then she does all her videos, and then she does all these kits and her Patreon and so much. She's a hard-working lady, so I'm really impressed with what all she does get done with her days. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and play. So what do we want to make first? I wish we were doing this live, because then you could tell me which one we should work with. Maybe next month we will do, I'll open it live and we'll make a card together. Oops, I just hit my microphone. It made a little noise, but maybe next month we will, like I said, do this live and we will make a card together. So let's see here. First off, we could use the first card kit and make, well, you know what, let's just look here which one we want to start out with. I'm thinking I like the Easter one because it is, let's try sketch number 5 with the Easter one and see, because I'm looking right here and we have these pieces. Let's see. So the piece in the middle of sketch number 5 is supposed to be 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Oop, this is going to be way bigger than that. So let's look around and see. Let's see here then. This one, got to make a decision. I'm thinking maybe we do sketch 6. I haven't done sketch 6, but we'll have to change it up a bit because this square measures almost 3 inches and the square there is, even the largest one is 2 3/4. So we might just take away some of the pieces from this card and make it. So we're going to need a background piece. So let's just take a look. Oop, wait a minute though. We might have a little square here we could use. I don't know. I think I really want to do this one. I think I'm going to do this one, and I'm just going to make it a little different. So we need a background paper there. So let's take a look and see. Oops, I about lost my little dots again. Let's see which one we want to use. So we're going to need one large background piece, and then we're going to have some solids too. So we'll take a look here. Well, I kind of like that one. That's pretty. Okay. And then our solid that goes behind it, that layer, could be, what do you think? That one? Ooh, or that one? I don't think we'll go wrong with any of them. They all match so perfectly. Ooh, I kind of like the darker one. I'm thinking the darker one. Let's do that. Or let's audition all of them first. So I think any of them could work. Okay, I want the dark purple here. Yes, and so we're going to do that one. I'll have to cut everything down. I think these are almost the right size though. So then we have that one, and then it shows that you're going to need a strip of paper. Let's see what we have here. We have some strips. So you need, but they need to be full length. I said length. Yes. So we're going to use this one. It's got to be 5/8 by 1/2. I think, oh yeah, oh, we can do small ones. We could use these. So we could use up our small pieces because you're not going all the way across. So let's take a look and see. You know me, I get all messy when I get to spreading all this out. But I'm thinking we'll just use this small piece here. So let's lay that there. And then we got this, this is 2 3/4, but we're going to use a 3-inch square. So we may have to change it up just a little bit. And then we have a strip here that's 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch. So which one do we want to use for that? I'm thinking this one. Let's see. It's inch. Has it 3 3/4? Do we have it long enough? Let's see. I'm trying to put it here where you can see it. 2, 3. Yep, exactly. So we'll do that. And then what do we need? Do we have all our pieces? Other than we're going to take this, we're going to leave off the 1 3/4 and the 1 1/2 piece. And yes, we're going to leave that off. So let's see how this goes and see what we need to do. So the first layer is supposed to measure 4 by 5 1/4. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. So this one's, oops, sorry, I hit the mic again. This one's perfect. Then the next layer is supposed to measure 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I got to cut this down. So it's a perfect width. It's almost as though she knew I was doing this card. I don't know. This is strange, but okay, maybe she's clever. So 3 3/4 by, this is going to work out perfect. So 1 3/4, and then this one's 1 3/4. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of room for that one. And y'all can hear Maggie behind me now. She is, she's informing me that it's time to EAT. I have to spell the word because if I say it, she's going to start barking. So she's informing me that. So if she make it a little noisy, and I may have to stop, but I'm going to try to get through this. So then this one we just got to cut. So let me get my paper trimmer down. Well, it's not up anymore. I got it down already. So let me get my paper trimmer, and we're going to measure. We're going to cut this 5/8. So let's see, that's a half. So this is 5/8. It's the mark right past the half. So we're going to do 5/8. Oops, I hit my thumb. 5/8 by, and then this one's got to be 5/8 as well. So that little mark past the halfway mark, if you're not good with eighths, because I am not. And then this has got to be a 1/2 inch. So what I've come to realize on here, I think a 1/2 inch is this metal piece. So I'm just going to hold it up to the edge of that metal piece and cut it at a 1/2 inch. You know what? I didn't have to cut the other one because this one's going to be, I could have got one out of it. So let's see. Let's just put it on there. And we're going to put a 1/2 inch. Okay. Just put it down. So we have those pieces. Hopefully I'm doing this right. And then I haven't made this card yet. I haven't done the whole challenge. I've just made a few cards here and there this time. I need to do the whole challenge. So this one's supposed to be 3 3/4. I think it's already the right. Yes. So now we just need to cut it down. Oh no, my little eggs though. If I cut it down to a 1/2 inch. I don't know if I want to use that one because, but that may be the only one I should use. Let's see. This one might be good. Let's see if it's 3 3/4. It is. And we cut it down to a 1/2 inch. Would we lose a lot of our bunnies? I think you would see enough of them. It's going to cut some of their heads off. But it's okay. It's okay. They'll be fine. They're paper, right? I think we can still just flip it over and use the other side. 1/2 inch. If we don't like it, we can use the other side, but also on this piece, since the bunnies don't have any heads, we'll have to use the other side. So there we go. Let's see what that looks like. If we don't like it, there is more paper over here. We could have even cut it from that with those trucks. I'm just looking. Okay. And I guess I need to go get a card base as well. So let's glue this up. Let's see what we have here. So we're just going to put we have our first layer here. Oops. And then there's our second one. Oh, I didn't even notice this changes things. This changes things a lot. Because then, no, I'm going to do the flowers. But I forgot we didn't cut this piece. So let's cut this piece. It's supposed to be 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. So let's go ahead and cut that down. 1 3/4. And then the next one is the same thing. On the bottom here is 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. Be sure to download your PDF for the Kendra's Card Challenge so you can follow along and use whatever paper you have. Just follow along and craft with me. So if you have the PDF, you'll have all your measurements that you need. So here, just in case I do miss telling you some. So there we have that. And then, so I'm going to change this up a bit. Since we're taking those 2 top squares off, I'm going to have this one going underneath, I think, here. And then we have these 2. We have these 2 as well that go. So I could have cut this down, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's just going to go underneath. And so these are going to look like they're underneath too. Let's just lay it out first. Make sure we like it before we... That's pretty. That changes it up, but that's okay. I think that'll be good. I think it's different, but I like it. So let's go ahead and glue this up. It's different as in different from the sketch, but that's the great thing about sketches is you take a sketch and you can make it your own if you want to. I love sketches. I love to go on Pinterest. Oops, I got glue on my fingers. Make sure this is right side up. I love going on Pinterest and just looking for actual sketches, not cards that were made, but the actual sketches. And then take those sketches and use the paper you have and the embellishments that you have, and you just make that sketch your own. And then if the paper you have or the embellishments that you have don't work for what that sketch is, then you take that sketch and it's just an idea, and you just change it up, and then you've actually come up with another little sketch, haven't you? So I think it's neat, because a lot of times when I don't have any idea what I want to create, I need a sketch, and it gets all my creativity flowing, and then I'm able to create something. So did we decide that we wanted the bunnies? Yes. So I'm just going to take this and glue it down. And let's see. So on here would be really neat, because that's why you got the whole strip, is because you've got this little card going over top of it. And I'm going to try to make several. Well, I was going to try to cut down some 6x6 Christmas paper, because you won't believe this, as a card maker, it's just horrible to even tell. But I ran out of Christmas cards last year and had to buy some because my husband needed some for work, and I did not get enough made in time. So, and he told me a little too late. So this year what I thought I would do is I would start making Christmas cards, and I was not good. The ones I did make, I still have. I didn't send them out, and that's not good. So I'm going to, that's my problem. This year I've decided that I'm making cards and sending them. So when you see me creating cards for design teams and stuff, lately I have been, when I create those, I have actual people in mind for those cards, and I'm creating those cards not just to create cards, but to give them away. So that is my goal. So I want to make Christmas cards with each Kindred Cards Challenge sketch this year, so that I will have enough cards by Christmas that I can mail them out, or my husband will have enough for work, and we'll have enough cards. I love this Happy Easter. That is so pretty. And look how simple that came together. Even though it's not the exact same as the sketch, look at that. So I'll add that to a card base. Let me get a card base. I keep card bases close by, so we're going to add that to the card base. This is one I made. I want to get one out of the box. Hold on. So I just keep a box of card bases with envelopes handy as well. Sometimes I make my own card base, and sometimes I just use these, but for something like this today, I'm just going to use these. Okay, I love that with the white border. That just looks so springy and so, it's just like a really clean looking card. I love adding lots of embellishments and sewing cards and adding all kinds of bits and pieces, but at the same time, sometimes just a clean, crisp card is pretty as well. So I'm just going to press that on, and there we have our Happy Easter card. I hope I got that in the center, but that's very pretty. And we could add some embellishments. We definitely could. Let's see if we can get these little dots out here and see. I don't know that I need anything on here. That might be pretty on it. I just want to be sure that it adds to it. It's not something extra. We could put them in the center there. Just like one, let's see, 1, 2. Let's cut it apart and see. I have to audition and lay it out and make sure that I like it before. That's a great thing. Look at this. I'm so much, that glue just gets all over me. And then it just picks up lint off your clothes and everything. So what we can do is just cut these apart since they're on the clear plastic. And before we try them, before we peel them off, we'll just lay them out. I'm thinking, would this be pretty to do it like this? Kind of got to put them in like a triangle, I always feel like, to have the right look. But like that, or they really don't show up, do they? So if we want to add them, we could add them. You don't have to put them in a triangle. That's just one way that always looks good when you put threes together. We could do it like that, or you can line them up. So we could just take and line them up here and see. I think it's taking me longer to put the dots on than it is to make the card. Okay, I think I like the 3 dots there at the bottom. Or do I? Let me see. Could put them like right in here too. What if we, oh my goodness, I don't know. What if we divide them amongst the little places there? Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to leave them off. I like them, but I'm going to leave them off. I'm just going to put those. It's a good thing we didn't peel them off because now we can use them. I'll just put them back in the baggie for another card. Well, you want to make another card? Let's try another one with this kit. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's look through and see. That way we don't have any scraps left over, right? I have an idea. Let me see the pieces here. Kind of when you start work, if you work with this card kit throughout the 3 months, you kind of start remembering cards that's on it. And then when you see pieces, you're like, oh, I can do that card or this card. So that's one reason you're like, I can look at it and then see. That might be cute. Any object there. So you've got the background papers. Got these strips. Let me see here. Let's just look at the card sketches really quickly. Okay, you got one that says Easter tweetings, like Easter greetings. That's so cute. Maybe we should use that. And which card do we want to use that on? Somebody loves you. That's cute too, though. Oh my goodness. There's too many choices. I think that would be cute. So what is this one? Let's take a look at this one here. Sketch number 3. So let's take a look at it and let's see. We could use, let's see, it needs to be 2 1/4. What's this one? That's 2 1/4. That's 2 1/4. So we could use one of these in the center. And then we got the Somebody Loves You. I think that would be cute together. That paper and that. Well, right here it says a circle, but you can always change it up. And then we would need a strip going across. So I'm not going to cut into this big piece. I'm going to lay that aside. So what kind of strip could we have going across? We still have all of these. Oh, what was this one? Oh, okay. I do remember seeing that one. Okay, let's take a look here. So we'll need our background paper for this one. We've got that pink brings out all the pinks in here. The purple, it does bring out purples, but and then you got that's kind of tone on tone kind of look. Okay, I'm thinking I like the pink or the yellow. I'm thinking the pink. Okay, so we got that. So that's going to be that piece. So now we need a strip that measures 4 1/4. Maggie, I guarantee you're going to be okay. Can you hear her whining in the background? Maggie is my basset hound, and she thinks that she's just not going to survive if she's she's not going to survive if supper is a minute late. She's just not going to make it. She's just, you know, it's over. Bless her heart. But she will be okay till we finish this card. All of these are 3 by 3 3/4 instead of 4 1/4. Don't want to cut this. I'm just setting aside the stuff I don't want to cut. Is this 3? This one would work. This piece would work going across. But now we have to have a piece of paper in it. Let's see here. Could use this one. And we could, but the X would be sideways. But I think that's okay. What do you think? I think so. Let's cut a 1/4 inch off of this and see. We may could just use it for its color. Let me see, 1/4 inch. Let's just measure it. It measures 2 1/4. Let's see, yes. So we're just going to cut off, we're going to go down to 2. I find it easier to do that sometimes. And just cut me a little strip off there. So let's see. And then we'll have, should we have it going across? And then where's our sentiment? Okay, so I'm changing my mind because I think that'll work. I think it's good. Okay, so let's cut this one to a 1/2 inch as well. So let's just see how wide it is. I'm gonna cut it down to I need to get it at 1 1/2 so it's an even, and then I'll go another 1/4 inch. No, it's supposed to not be a 1/4. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch layer, so it's 1 1/2. So we just need to go down to 1 and trim it, and then the paper that we trim off is going to be actually the. Oh gosh, it is so wonky. I am so horrible at cutting. Some days I'm just like that, but we're going to even it up. Hold on just a second. This may be hard. You know, even though I do this all the time. Okay, I'm just going to start over. That looks straight now, doesn't it? So it's at 1, so we're going to go a 1/2 inch. And we're just going to cut that off. And we're going to hope for the best. Okay, so here is our 1/2 inch strip. And then we need to cut this one down to 4. Okay, it's just a little bitty strip, ain't it? Just going to add a little bit of color in. Let's see, 1/4 inch and then a 1/2 inch. It's going to be like that. Is that going to be too much of that peach? I'm not sure. This is how I just think. This is how I go through my whole process of making a card. So this one's going to be 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then this piece has to be 4 1/2. Or 4 1/4, excuse me. Okay, and then we need a banner, but we'll find one of these scraps to make us a banner. So let's just see what we have here. We have this like this, and then this is going across like this. And then we're going to have instead of a circle, we're going to have the Some Bunny Loves You. I think that's going to look cute. So let's see, what do we want for our banner? We just got all kinds of scraps here we can use. I'm thinking this piece might be pretty for the banner. So it's supposed to be 3/4 of an inch. So let me get that on there. I'm trying to get the glare off. And then it's supposed to be 1 1/4 inches long. And then we'll cut that into a banner. Okay, let's get another card base. We're going to have Easter cards ready to go. Okay, so I'm just going to figure out where I want this on my base here. And then okay, you know what? It does say that you can have another layer here, and I want another layer. I think this is not exactly how I want it, so hold on just a second. I'm going to have to, it's going to knock the camera, so I'm going to look for an embossing folder that I might could use. So I keep my embossing folders right above my camera, and so I have to be careful that I don't knock my camera while so I always just pause. So I've got this one with the swirls. I've got this one with dots, and yes, it's got something sticky on it. It looks like glue or something, but it's fine. And then I've got this one with the flowers. So let's take a look at the papers again that I'm using and see. I can just lay it on there and kind of get an idea. This one with the flowers might be neat with the flowers there. So I'm going to, let's see, what color? Would we want to use a color, or should we just use white? Would this be too much, that green? I wish you could answer me now, because now I'm wondering. I think let's go with white. So I'm going to cut a piece of white paper. And that paper needs to be, it says 4 by 5 1/4. So let's cut this at 4, 5 1/4. So I don't know if I want a white card base for this then, because that's not really going to show up, is it? I'm going to run it through my, I'm just going to take this over across the room and run it through my embossing and through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think that this one is taking longer than just this one card kit because I'm making so many. So I'm wondering, let me know below if you would like to see me create with the other 2 card kits. If so, I'll be back and do that. But what color card base should we use? I don't actually have any of these papers that match. So the only other color I could do is black. And I think that would be too dark. I think I'm just going to have to leave it with it just like this. I'm just going to have a white card base. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Where was the strip that we cut? Is this the 1/2 inch strip that we cut to go across? I think so. And then this one goes in the center. And then we're going to put this here in place of the circle. And it says, "Somebody loves you." Okay, I like that. So let's put all that together. Okay. I think these card kits are a lot of fun. I've never taken the time to just make a bunch of cards like this using it, but I'm not sure how many you could get from the kit. It looks like you get quite a few. See if I can pull that up without ripping my paper. Looks like you get quite a few cards from one of these little kits. I think it's just fun getting these in the mail as well. Also, when you get this isn't the only benefit of having the all access level. So when you go on Kendra's Patreon, you can see what the all access level gets you. There's all kinds, and I can't remember right off, but there's all kinds of other benefits as well. I'm pretty sure there are extra printouts and different things that you get, and get access to more things. So I try to look it up. I'm not that great on Patreon yet. I'm still learning Patreon. So I have the membership to Kendra's Card Challenge, or Kendra's Cards by Kendra. And then I have a membership to another YouTube channel, but I'm still just learning how to use the Patreon. I think it's neat to get the extras from that Patreon. Okay. So we're going to put that in the center there. Oops. Then we're going to add this to our, so where is that supposed to go? Closer to the bottom. Maybe right, I think I could decide, but I'm thinking right here. But we kind of want to look and see, because this is really bigger than that 1.5 inch circle that is shown on there. So let's take a look. Do we want this down here? Oops, my fingers are getting sticky. I'm going to have to go wash them. All this glue. I'm so messy. So it's supposed to be in like that. So I want to raise it up some. Because like I said, you can change the sketches up. And then we have our little banner. Should this not be touching the bottom? Should it be like up high enough that maybe up here, and this is raised here? Because I kind of want it in the center of this, right? I think that's cute. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just add this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue right through the center here of my sentiment, and then we're going to attach it to the card. I'm going to figure out how far over I want it, because I do want some of the edge showing, so like that. Oops, oops, oops. I'm having a mess here. Thankfully I didn't do a lot of glue on the back. Okay, there we go. So I've got it attached to that, and then we'll decide by moving this bar up and down. I'm thinking right there. So let's just add a little bit of glue back there. I might just add a little here, even though it's going to be sticking up a little. Let's see how that does. Okay. That's cute. Some bunny loves you. Bunnies are so adorable. Oops. Okay. We have, the wild bunnies here are brown. And they are adorable. But we used to have bunnies that were white bunnies years ago when my kids were little. But now the wild, we had them as, they were not the wild ones, domesticated ones. But now the wild ones that run around our neighborhood are brown. Okay, is that crooked? I don't think it's too bad. Okay, and so we do have the dots. So before we glue that down, do we want to add any of the dots to it? We could add dots on each, maybe like that, on each side, or have them like this. I thought that embossing folder worked perfect with this paper too. Just trying to decide now about the dots. Could just put one here and one here. Okay, I can't decide about dots today. Have you noticed? I'm just not. Some days I embellish with the little dots all over my cards, and other days I can't decide if I want them or not, or where I want them. I think they'd be pretty on here. I just can't decide where. You can let me know below, and I can add them later. Let me know if I should add them to either one of the cards, and where you thought they would go best. Maybe I'll go live one day and do some of these card kits. That way you can help me make them. That might be fun. Okay, you know what? We could. How would it look on a banner? Don't think I've ever added the dots to a banner. And if I have, I totally don't remember. What did I do with the other one? This is what I was afraid I'm going to lose them, aren't I? Oh, here it is. Okay. The clear tape on is really helping me to... Can't barely see it. Can you see it now? I don't know. I don't know what I want to put them today. Okay. Well, I love how that one turned out too. So we got 2 Easter cards. What do we have left? We have... Well, I saved this one. I didn't want to get rid of this one. We could actually make that card there, but I'm not sure how long it's been. I had to pause some. So my timer over here is not accurate because it might not be as much when I edit out the pauses that I had to pause to go get things. Ooh, doesn't that look so pretty together? Let's see here. So you're really supposed to, for this one, have 2 different papers. And I could bring in this one here. But is it 1 1/4? Yes. So how would that look if you had this and then this together? That might be pretty together. I'm really loving the little Jeep, not Jeep, excuse me, the little truck. Jeep's what I was going to call it, but it's actually a truck, not a Jeep. Okay, and then let's just think about this one. So then we need, it says we need another background color. I don't have any of that purple, so I could add a lighter purple. I think that would look good. And then we have to have a card on front. That card's supposed to be 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. But what would, this one would take up all the space, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be cute there? Maybe. Okay, I've already thought about what we're going to do. So we got this, so we need this. Well, this piece has a lot of white around it. Let's see how much we can trim off without destroying it to make it, see if we can get close to 2 1/4 is what it needs to be. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off each side. So right now it's at What is it at? Okay, it's at around close to 3. So if I bring it in, I'm going to bring it in 1/8 of it at a time, then flip it over so that I can get it even and cut another 1/8 off. So I just keep bringing it in 1/8 at a time till I see if okay, so if I bring in another 1/8, I'm not cutting into my picture yet, and then bring it in one more 1/8. Is that a 1/4? What is the measurement? Okay, another 1/8 here. We're getting close. And what is the height on it though? 3 3/4. So I think we can take about, yeah, we'd take 1/8 off on this end. And then 1/8 off on this end. We have 3 3/4. So now let's just try getting it down to, can we get it down to 2 1/4? I think we can. I think we can. Is that going to be too small though? Let's do 1/16 then. Just going to take another 1/16 off. And we'll have it close to 2 1/4. It doesn't have to be exact, right? We're just using the sketch as a guide. But I didn't want to cover up my whole paper. So we have that one. So then this one measured what? About 2 and, let's see, there's marks as a 1/4. So 3/8. 2 3/8 by 3 3/4. So let's cut this 2 3/8. We need to go up, so 2 3/8. We need to go up 1/4 of an inch. So that's going to be 2 5/8. I hope I'm right. By 3 3/4. Oh, this one's supposed to be 3 1/2. So we're not going to do 3 1/2. So we're going to do 3. So then we'll do 4. How about that? Let's see if that frames it out right. I know my math is kind of crazy when I'm just talking my way through it. Okay, that's going to be cute. And it says any object there. I have a stamp set with a little carrot that might be cute, but let's see what we have here. Let me clean up these scraps real quick. Some of these little bitty scraps, and then we'll see what any object we could put there. I don't know if we have anything. Let's set these things aside. All these little pieces, and we'll see. I know Maggie. Can you hear Maggie in the background? She is whining. She's getting hungry. I'm getting hungry too. So we're going to have to finish up Maggie so we can have supper. So let's put this together. So this one, so now we need to cut that one. I know I work in a weird way. Hopefully I'm not confusing you or really frustrating with you the way I work. I know my family gets a little frustrated with me sometimes. I'm a little all over the place. I think I'm a little ADHD is what they say. And so that's just 3 3/4 square. Okay. So I just think weird, but that's how I create. That's how I do. So honestly, it's just me. So hopefully it doesn't bother you, but I don't want to annoy anybody with it. But this is how I do. And I think it's fun. I'm having fun. So that's what crafting is supposed to be, is fun, right? And so hopefully we're just hanging out together. And I'm going to trim this edge, try to get it down to. So what I'm doing is I need this one to be 1 1/4. So I straightened that edge up, and now I'm going down to 1 1/4. And I didn't need to straighten that edge. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I was talking, right? So I didn't think clearly. So we're going to put that there. Hopefully I cut it right. Yes, I did. Okay. And then we'll layer this up. So it does say right there, any object. What would we put there? I think that these are all too big because it's going to cover the word, yeah. And this one, nope, they're not going to work. So what we'll do is I'll just have to pull out later. Ooh, what about a little egg? Let's fussy cut one of the eggs out. Is there any other scraps with an egg? I remember there was other eggs as well. Yes, this one had, these have a bit more, but they're so tiny. Trying to think. I think I want to cut these out. Then I'm thinking, oh, we could make another card with what's left here. Because this is 3 3/4 wide. You know what? The little egg would be cute. Let's cut the egg out and put it. Do we want the purple one or should we have a green one? I think I want the green one. Let's just cut that. I feel like I'm wasting paper because I feel like we could have used that paper for something, but Let's cut the egg out. Let's see what that looks like. It's almost like cutting a circle. I can't cut circles. Hopefully I can cut an oval. A wonky little egg. That's alright, right? I was going to say chickens don't lay perfect eggs, but you know what? They're all pretty much perfect, aren't they? They do lay perfect eggs. Well, this one won't be a perfect one. How about that? Okay, so I think we'll layer it up like that. That might be too small. Let's put another one with it. You're like, oh my gosh, she's never going to get done with this card. But, I don't know. I think these will be cute. Then I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I never do things in twos. I got to have three. So should I cut a third one? I don't know. But let me know in the comments below if you're still with me. Do you, have you created any cards using Kendra's Card Challenge? I would be curious to know how many of my viewers have tried the challenge. And if you have, did you do the whole 15 or did you just use the sketches? I do have videos on my channel where I create all 15 cards. Honestly though, wait a minute, I think I've showed you them, but I only have one process video, I think, of creating all 15 cards. But, like I said, don't have any more eggs left, do I? Oh, here's this one. So I might do 3. I might just go ahead and do 3. And that way we have it. But yeah, I'd be curious of how many, I know a lot of times I have channels that I watch and I never do the crafts that they actually do. I just like watching. And so it's okay if you're just watching. You can just let me know below that you just like to watch crafts. For many years, I just watched crafts and didn't really, I did a lot of crafts many, many years ago. And then when I had children, when I had my first one, I crafted a lot. But then when I had my second one, it seemed like I just never could find the time. And then I started back crafting when I had my third one. My sister and I started doing scrapbooks. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped crafting and I just watched YouTube crafting videos because I didn't have time to craft again. I was busy raising my boys. And so, that's cute, isn't it? I was busy raising my boys, so I didn't. But, so it's okay. All that said to say, it's okay if you just watch and not craft. I think I'm just liking to. Okay, so let's layer this up, and then we'll see. And we'll have 3 cards made, and I think I'm going to stop there because I don't think that Maggie May is going to let me craft any longer. Not even sure that she's going to let me finish this card. So we have this at the top, and we just want it to be the same distance from the top and the sides. So that's how we know how to line that up. We're just going to line this one up easily by just matching the edges up and hoping that we cut it straight. And then just put it here. There we go. That's pretty. That is beautiful paper. I wonder if I ink these eggs, would I like them better? I think it's the wonkiness that I created with them. So let me get a little bit of ink out here. Let's see here. Get one that's close in color. I just keep these in a little drawer here that I can pull out. I think there was I was pretty certain. Okay, here's a lighter. Let's just see if we can ink those where I like them. I think that the white edge is just showing. Oh yeah, I'm liking that better. So we might add the eggs. Okay. Then we'll need a purple. So I've got a drawer here with all my purple and my different color spongy things. So try to keep everything handy so that I can craft and not take long to pull things out. A lot of stuff. I keep a lot of stuff close to me that I use a lot. And then the stuff I don't use as often is further away. Because I don't like to have to get up in piles while I'm filming. Sometimes I have to. Okay, that's looking better. And we just put the 2 eggs there. I think those are cute. And where's the little third one? Do we need the third one or not? Kind of don't want the third one. I'm just going to go with 2 today. Let me know below, would you have done the third one? I know I've asked you a lot of questions. You've got a lot of answers to give me. You've got a lot to respond to below. Okay, I think that's cute. All right, there we go. Okay. Trying to get that up without getting all sticky. That's going to be cute. So now I have, what do we have? 3 Easter cards out of 1 little kit. That's a lot of fun. Okay, I think the card would have been just as pretty without the eggs, but I added them. And we could, do we go through this again? We could add dots. You're like, oh gosh, here she goes with those dots again. She's not going to add them. She's just going to lay them out. But I think I might add them to this one. It might balance it out a bit where I've got those eggs at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to add them because I like them with the little rainbow. I'm going to see if I can find a way to do these without making a huge mess. Okay, let me set this down so I don't cut myself. That's not working. They're stuck to the paper good. Or they're stuck to the plastic good. Okay, just see if I can get my fingernail underneath there with my little gluey fingers. Problem is I wipe the glue off on my pants, and so the lint from my jeans is getting on my pants. I mean, getting on my fingers, and it's making a hot mess. I used to keep some baby wipes in here, but I haven't bought any recently. So I need to get some more because they last me a long time in here. Because I can use the same one the whole day that I'm crafting normally. As long as the lights don't dry it out. Oops. Both of them in the wrong spot every time. Trying to line them up kind of even. Oh my goodness. I'm a hot mess now. Maggie says, hurry up, Mama. Okay. There we go. There we go. Maggie, you're making me nervous. I couldn't get those down. You're making me want to rush. Okay, I think that's a cute card too. I might have over-embellished it, but I like it. For some reason today, like I said, I'm really into simple, plain cards. Plain. Okay, so we've still got all this stuff left over, these scraps, but it's not a lot, but I do want to use that little Easter tweetings. So I'm going to save these because even if I don't use them on cards, this would be cute to embellish my journal for Easter. I can't remember if I've already added a lot of, I went through and embellished, not my journal, excuse me, my planner. And I did go through and do a lot of look at all that's left, wow. I did go through and do a lot of embellishing of my planner at the beginning of the year, but I think I still have some spaces that I could add some more things. So we'll see. Let me move this out of the way so we can kind of see what cards I created today. And then I'm going to go. So here we are. There's our cards. I don't remember what sketch is. Let's see. This was sketch number 6. I really love, even though it's plain and simple, I really love that one. And we changed that one up a bit if you remember. And then this is sketch number 3. And we changed that one up by not putting a circle, but putting the Somebody Loves You little piece there. And I got a little glue there. I love how that one turned out. And then here is sketch number 5. And so I think that's cute too. So we have 3 Easter cards ready to go. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed seeing me create these. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the Happy Mail that I received. And let me know, like I said below, if you'd like to see me use the other card kits, and I will try to do a video using those. Well, I hope you've been inspired to create today, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.